This time we have for the review the newest off-roading electric fatbike. Here it is. It has all the necessary features: mud tires, comfortable soft seat for rough terrain, a proper handlebar. Any questions? Well, just kidding you, the fatbikes are here actually. Let's go. Hi there, as usually it's me, just a voiceover, you're watching Review Machines, and these are all new electric fatbikes. Well, the autumn is coming, but the season of electric transport is not over yet, especially for such bikes. Today we are going to review one of the cheapest copy of famous Super 73 electric fatbike. Is it good or not? Let's find out. We are going to make all the main tests of these bikes in hot conditions, so it's going to be an interesting day. Take your seats on our bikes and get comfortable. It's time to begin. The first thing we notice when looking at the bikes, their design. It's quite unusual, but not for those who are familiar with Super 73 bikes. As we can see, it's almost an exact copy of that bike, and the Chinese manufacturer even doesn't deny it. As a matter of fact, it's quite practical design and comfy for everyday use. Today we have two models. They mainly differ in power, 1000 and 500 watts. Let's take more powerful bike and look closer at it. The base here is a frame, welded from steel tubes. There are two 20-inch wheels with fat tires. Rear wheel is equipped with reducer electric motor 1000 watts power. On the top of the frame there is a demountable battery, 18 Ah capacity. By the way, there is a fastening for the second battery. The controller is under the seat. The bicycle gear Shimano Tourney with 7 ranges. The seat is large and soft. It's probably possible to sit here together with the passenger. There is a front and rear suspension. The fenders are made of steel. There is a simple computer on the handlebar with necessary info. It's not big, but rather bright. The throttle ring is at the right. The brakes are mechanical, unfortunately. Hydraulic would be better here. And there is nothing more to say, but there is big headlamp and stopping signals. The second bike differs mainly in power. It's equipped with 500 watts motor. Besides, we see here only front suspension and hardtail at the rear. And it seems we've covered all the main details, so let's try these bikes. Well, my friends, you may remember a series of our videos about picnic bike. That was also a copy of Super 73, and it was really good. But for one thing, it didn't have any suspension at all. And here we have it. But I should say it's obviously cheap, and its performance leaves much to be desired, though it's definitely softer than picnic bike. It's such a pleasure to enjoy our riding and nature in silent performance of electric transport. But now we are interested in practical things. Our today's riders will help me to test this bike further. Let's move on. On asphalt, these bikes perform rather predictable, as many analogs with reducer motors. Good start and acceleration, but limited maximum speed. Actually, I didn't notice any remarkable features here. The large seat makes it comfortable to ride. The 500 watt bike is almost noiseless. But more powerful version is more noisy due to its mud tires. there are 3 assist modes. The electric motor helps to pedal with different efforts. But we sit here as on motorcycle, so the pedaling is rather uncomfortable here, and definitely not suitable for long rides. It's just a possibility to get home when the battery is dead. Or we can just pedal in order to save the battery in assist mode. As I said, the bikes with reducer motors were not the fastest. Nevertheless, let's check the maximum speed. As we can see, we've got 35 km per hour on 500 watt version. And we have 40 km per hour on 1000 watts power bike. We will make a range test a bit later, and now let's move to other features. Wait a minute, it seems we have some more questions here. Yes, it's that bike from the very beginning of the video. The manufacturer sent it us to make a brief review. Well, let's do it. Actually, it's a racing electric bike, and it's almost a real regular bicycle with just a tiny electric secret. Looking at this bike, everyone thinks it's just an usual racing bike. In fact, we have here a small electric 350 watts motor and a battery instead of a bottle on the frame. It's so easy to detach it. It's small and light, 36 volts, 6 ampere-hours battery. The frame is made of aluminum. The seat is sporty type. There is big awesome display with all necessary info. The bicycle 9-range gear Shimano, and there is a sensor of your efforts on the pedals. The total weight of the bike is just 16 kilos. Let's try it. Undoubtedly it's an asphalt beast. It goes here so smooth. By the way, there is no direct drive from motor. We have here only assist mode. And I think it's possible to make some pranks to your friends who don't know that it's an electric bike. They would be greatly surprised by the acceleration and performance. Now let's try to get the maximum speed. As we can see, we reached 55 km per hour. Pretty impressive for a bicycle. But let's get back to our fat bikes. These bikes are not fast on asphalt, but pretty fast for country roads. It's such a pleasure to ride here. I think it's an ideal bike for living in the country, as well as original Super 73. It's all seasonal electric transport. We even rode them in winter, but with studded tires, of course. Please watch that video if you haven't, I'll put the link below. Speaking about the build quality, well, definitely it's worse than Super 73. Paint and welding are not so neat, but it costs much cheaper. We'll speak about the prices a bit later. As I said, the suspension was cheap, so do not expect much from it. It's just a regular springs. By the way, we have one more, and the most important test – the range. First of all, let's change the battery for completely charged one. Then we start GPS tracker and hit the road. Let's go. I make this test on 500 watts model with 20 ampere-hours battery. I ride all the way at the maximum speed, 35 km per hour. The manufacturer offers different motors and batteries, starting from 350 watts and 12 ampere-hours capacity. But I think it's more reasonable to order maximum capacity and probably double battery, as we remember there is a place for the second one on the frame. It's already dark outside, and I am ready to show you the result. 61 kilometers. Impressive, isn't it? And finally, let's speak about the prices. The price depends on the battery and motor, and starts from about $1,000. Well, let's go today, my friends. Thanks for having a ride with us. Please post your comments what you think of these bikes. Consider subscribing the channel if you liked this video. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.